I'm
You
gonna
know, nobody else had any trouble avoiding the vomit.
Oh, I know I did it on
Yourself.
purpose.
For some reason. I
For some
want
I made a
to
point.
talk to disinterested man.
So Rockmeats has jumped on the bed and almost cracked it in half. Because he's a rock. You want to talk to disinterested man? Okay, he's like flipping through a newspaper and tearing off strips and rolling them into cigarettes and putting them in a box. He's not very good at rolling cigarettes, but he doesn't really seem to care.
Hey, disinterested guy.
Yeah, what do you want?
I want to know where's the best place to sell a sparkly thing.
You know, I have a name.
I don't care. Where's the best place to sell this crown? Because
Yeah, this thing. It's on my head.
Yeah.
I don't know, why don't you try some kind of pawn shop or something, huh?
But also we need to know what's so magic about it, and our wizard can't figure it out. So we need
Then
a
you're-
magical pawn shop.
Oh,
Do you know any non-bee wizards?
Mm-hmm.
Are you serious?
Please don't bring up the bee wizard.
I'm asking for a non-bee wizard.
Rockmeat
saying his
sleepily comes
name.
downstairs and he's like, does anybody need my bees?
If you really not... Oh, no, never mind. There's no way you'd get an audience with her. Well,
Wait,
then...
with who? I demand to know the end of your sentence.
Is it another bee wizard?
No, it's not a bee wizard. What on earth are you talking about?
Listen, bee wizards are the most nefarious kind of wizard. One chased us for 2 years.
Alright. He, like, slowly rolls another cigarette and puts it in his mouth, and a bunch of tobacco falls out the other end.
Do you want me to teach you to roll a proper cigarette, dude?
No, whatever, I got it.
I have hooves and I can do it. Here, I rolled a smoke.
Yeah, okay, roll some kind of dexterity check.
Eh.
Okay. You...
My fingers explode.
It's
Again.
an 8!
Again, I don't know why you guys are so sadomasochistic in this session in particular.
Just covered in tobacco.
I'm perfectly happy with you not impressing this guy. But no. Now Joey doesn't have fingers. I'm sure
No,
there's
it's
a
fine. No, it's fine. Listen, my dexterity is +2, so I just don't impress the guy.
Okay. Phew. Without that +2, I guess you'd be done.
You'd have to get prosthetic fingers. Yep.
Prosthetic hoof parts.
It's fine. You just go to any hot dog factory. They have plenty lying around.
Anyway, the guy looks really annoyed because you took like 10 minutes, and anytime anybody interrupted you, you would just shush them and say, "I'm almost done. Hang on, I got this." And then in the end, you just have a small pile of newspaper and tobacco stamped flat.
I just have a wad.
Yeah, basically.
This is how
And then-
minotaurs do it.
He tells you to put it in your mouth and says he'll light it for you.
No, it's fine. It sounds like a trick. It sounds like something a guy trying to trick someone else would say.
I could have him roll a charisma check, but whatever. He doesn't care that much. He's a disinterested guy at the blue light.
He's disinterested man.
Anyway, he says, "You know that this town is part of the Rondale Empire, right? You at least know that much?"
What the hell is a rondale?
No, you don't. Okay, great. I should have expected that. I know my clientele.
Wait, no, I do know.
Really?
Somebody mentioned that before, I think, once.
Kevin John was a Rondale paladin.
Oh god! Are all Rondalians like giant jerks who don't pay you for jobs?
He gives you a weird look.
So far, everybody from Rondale I've met is who hasn't paid me for a job.
Well, you've met a bunch of people in this town, and none of them have paid you for a job either.
Exactly,
So
the pattern continues.
Jeez, spooky.
I'm getting the feeling we should prepare to sleep outside today. I'll go set up a tent.
He waves you off. He says, "It's fine, just because you have an annoying friend." Okay, Gary's fine. Gary's being
talking
pet.
about you, Rockmeats.
Anyway, he says loudly, as you know... No, never mind. Rondale Empire, all towns in the Rondale Empire have a mayor or something, whatever they call it, governor, I guess, signed by somebody in the Empire. We got a nice guy. He's like a little short, fat guy. He's pretty nice, I guess, but like the real person who's been pulling the strings in this town, well, it's a pretty cruel way to put it. The real person he's very second-guessy.
Is this the longest he's ever talked to a person?
Pretty much. Most of his clients don't really ask questions. They just sleep on beds and then go on a shitty adventure to collect 5 bug tusks or whatever.
5 rat tails.
Anyway, it gets to the point of his story. There's a lady who calls herself the Merry Magician who like really revitalized this town and made it into the like holiday hotspot, I guess you could say that it is now. Like her idea to make the festival last as long as it has for this harvest season, that kind of thing. She says, anyway, she's supposed to be a pretty great magician. I don't know. Casts a spell to bring this town to life or whatever the hell. That's what people say. I'm not really a fan of that. Whatever.
That sounds like some sort of...
Anyway, that's the only magician I know of in town, but then I don't really go there. I mean, it's not that great. Pretty nice pumpkins, I guess.
I liked them. I mean, it was gross to eat, but the carving was really nice before I ate it.
Yeah, he feels the same way about pumpkins. He likes them, but they're gross.
Why, they're just like made of a hard slime? Why do people eat them? Why is that one tavern only selling pumpkin junk and a ham?
That was definitely untrue, but this guy, you're making friends now, Joey. Nice work.
Yeah, I high-five disinterested man.
No, that was weird. You made it weird. That was too soon for a high five.
Alright, I'm gonna
Joey,
go to
why
bed.
you always gotta make things weird?
You're gonna go to bed?
Yeah.
Is everybody gonna go to bed?
This is the first time we've slept in 2 years.
Is it?
Or 2
Okay.
days, or maybe we slept the entire time. It's hard to tell.
If we're going on to bed, I'm climbing to the roof.
Okay, it's like noon, but that's fine.
I wake up from my nap and leave the building too.
Okay,
Just took a
Fine,
standing
I'll
nap.
climb back down.
how long?
That's a pretty good power nap.
How long was that nap?
About 32 seconds.
All right.
Don't worry, it was like an
No,
hour.
Joey.
It was like-
Joey, that's called closing your eyes.
I blinked. That's how you do it, or something.
So let me just run down this list again.
Okay.
The farmers hate you because Joey stole a pumpkin and ate it,
Wait,
and then dropped it
just
on the
go-
floor and stomped it.
Instead of
But they
doing that,
only
just
have-
say because Joey and then end. That's
All
all
right.
you need.
The farmers only have -1 with us, right? I mean,
The
I paid for
farmers only have
pumpkin.
-1, that's correct. That one tavern keeper doesn't really like you. The bathhouse owner is kind of ambivalent because you didn't ruin the place, and also when you got back out, Kit was very well cleaned up and even managed to clean Palla up a bit too.
Which is amazing.
Yeah, nice work, Kit. So far, your reputation is best with bathhouse owners.
As
What
it
other
should be.
factions are there in the town?
It's basically just like farmer.
And just so everybody who's watching knows, we're about to introduce the book of erotic fantasy into this game. So
Nope.
this is
No.
actually
Gharbad.
works out really well that the bathhouse likes us the best.
Gharbad, no.
Well, Rockmeats isn't going. He's 6 or 14. He's too young.
Alright, let's go.
So, like, what other buildings are around us immediately, by the way? I feel like I should ask.
I don't know. I didn't really plan out that far. Like, whatever kind of shop you guys want to find, you can eventually find, and I'll just label. You want to find some kind of pawn shop, though, now, right?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm looking for magical mare, not like pulling the strings lady.
Does the mayor run the pawn shop? That would work out nicely.
No, it's the not mare. It's the lady wizard who actually runs the town.
Does the not mayor run the pawn shop? Because that would
The
also work out nicely.
The only way to find out is to go find a pawn shop.
Alright,
Joey, lead
Okay.
the way.
Do you guys want to go into this exotic bird shop first? Because, in all honesty, I'm really interested in all these parakeets, and they are talking birds. Anyway, now that we've seen that,
Yeah,
we
this
go
is
into
the-
pawn shop.
Very nice
That was
of
a-
you to offer,
That
but
was a
I've
toy
already-
store.
Oh, Rockmeats is definitely going there.
Yeah, that was a,
Rockmeats, we need to teach you the
that was a
difference
toy
between-
store, and there were a bunch of carved, like, pull-along ducks and stuff.
Oh,
Rockmeats,
lay
we
egg
need
is
to teach
true.
you the difference between fake animals and real animals one of these days.
The pawn
Rock-
shop. The pawn shop is back here.
Rockmeats isn't paying attention. He just keeps pulling the little string on the duck and clapping his little hands.
Can I buy Rockmeats the duck? How much is the duck?
The duck is exquisitely crafted. The duck is, let's say, 8 GP.
I probably have that.
You don't. You spent all your money at the tavern.
Oh yeah, I ate all those cookies.
Yeah.
I look at the crown and thought.
I just want to make a quick reminder for the folks at home that the original deal that the party brokered with Postav the Bee Wizard was that he would give them a gigantic mountain of perfect gems in exchange for the crown.
That's probably why he was chasing us.
You know, it's still that.
He was
Or a
he was
dove.
half angry and half confused, I would say.
The bee wizard will get his crown. He will get his crown.
I literally forgot.
We were just yelling, it's fine, your bees are
delaying the
safe.
inevitable.
No, Palla, it's okay. It's okay. I've got my secret toy.
Are you sure? Because
Get your
I could
hands
probably
off
just
your
buy one of these
cloth.
gems off of this piece of shit.
No, I've got my secret toy that no one knows about. My character started with.
Fine.
I don't want to know anything more about this secret toy you're talking about.
Palla,
Just
come here.
leave
Come
it
here.
under your purple loincloth forever, as far as
Palla, I'm gonna show you my secret toy.
No, we have to go, Rockmeats.
No,
There's no
come
time.
into this alleyway. Okay, well.
Oh my god.
And Rockmeats pulls out a small mechanical frog, and then he winds it up, and it goes ribbit, and he claps every time it does.
This goes on for hours.
Yeah,
Actually, that's also
Rockmeats-
not an alley. That's one of the entryways into the pawn shop.
Well,
Walking
You're just
away
doing
to
it
the
in
pawn shop.
the whole time.
You're basically standing in the open doorway, yes.
Rockmeats can't come into the pawn shop.
So
is
the lady behind the pawn shop counter is staring at Rockmeats idly. She looks tired, and this is not because of that, but it's probably not helping. She says, "Oh, can I help you?"
Yeah, do you know what this thing on my head is?
It appears to be an enormous crown.
Palla takes it off and like throws it at the lady. Can you like appraise it? Do like official stuff with it?
She yelps and ducks down the counter out of the way, and it crashes into a counter behind her.
Should I do
she
a
didn't
strength check on how
fastball
hard?
the fucker.
How hard I threw that?
I'm pretty sure, unless
Okay, what was
Palla's-
your intended target with this 30-pound crown?
I was just tossing it to her. You know, I was just softball tossing it to her. Let me strength check how hard I softballed that.
Boy, please.
Oh my god!
Oh, great. Okay, so it crashes into a shelf and knocks everything on it over.
Oops.
I'll fix it.
Sorry about that.
She quickly tries to both keep Rockmeats out from under the counter and pick up the stuff that and the broken splinters of the shelf.
I mean, I didn't mean to do that, but you gotta think fast, you know?
She looks very harried and flustered. She looks like she's trying not to be angry, even though she really is.
Anyway, how do we do an appraisal here? What's the deal?
She's lost for words, I would say, as she's trying to clean up the shop, as you all. Well, she eventually manages to just kind of put a pile of assorted knickknacks, mops up a potion that's spilled, and finally says, "All right, let me take a look at this." And she takes the crown, puts it on another table in the back behind her, and runs over it with a jeweler's glass, looks at the gems, looks at the quality of the gold. She says, "It's a very large piece, but it's also not very refined. You see that most of the gems are completely uncut. The gold isn't of the highest quality. There's a lot of impurities and other metals in it."
I stole it from a beetle.
That's great.
We should probably go to some kind of magical expert, because that seems to be what the valuable quality of the crown was, not just its material. I mean,
Yeah,
I don't think they'd pick everything up.
she agrees and says as much. She says it's worth a lot because it is so big, but not particularly because of what it is comprised of.
So you can't like do a magic check or something on it for us?
She knows just enough magic to know what you guys know, that it is in fact magical, and she can further extrapolate that it is in some way related to Earth, but of course you all already knew that as well.
Well, where can we go? Who do we take this to?
She just says, somebody else who knows more about magic, I suppose, and then she asks you all to leave as she cleans up this broken shelf.
Hey,
All right.
how much will it cost to repair the shelf?
She looks a little surprised that one of you actually offered that,
Hey,
but you do broker a deal.
I'm
But-
still, getting through my starting gold.
Palla puts the crown back on.
Probably around 20 or 30 gold, but more than that to replace this potion. But you don't have to worry about that. She's very nice.
I'll give you 20 now, and then I'll see if I can pay you the rest before we leave town.
Okay, she doesn't look hopeful that she'll see you again, but she looks appreciative nevertheless.
I write an IOU and put it on the desk. I owe you one potion.
Please. I understand that you're trying to help, but please don't get involved, Joey.
I just wrote an IOU and I said I'm sorry that my friend was so rude. I've honestly never been more mortified in my life.
You can't spell any of that.
I didn't write that. All the note says is IOU. I said the other stuff.
Oh, okay. I thought you were. Well, isn't it obvious? I wrote IOU.
Yeah.
Joey tries to draw a picture of himself looking sad, but he actually looks really, really angry instead.
He looks really angry, and there's torrents pouring out of his eyes. The main reason that you came this way was to head for the School of Wizards in hopes that someone there might be able to help you out with the crown. But then Palla suddenly changed her mind when she heard that the ducks were 8 GP.
Alright, let's continue on to Wizard Town then.
Okay.
We should probably leave this town before an angry mob chases us out.
Yeah, I think we've systematically destroyed every building we've entered so far.
Yeah, you're not doing so hot.
I think we're doing just fine. I mean, I have everything I wanted. I have food.
Are we going to see that wizard lady before we leave, though?
Come on, Gary.
The other person was talking about.
So to the north of the square, there's this giant rectangular thing that looks like a building, but it's actually a gate. You can walk under it. That solid box is basically... Well, we'll get to that later. But you can walk under and through it. It's just a giant gate. There are some guards milling around, and you can see on the other side of the gate there is an enormous boulder.
Blocking the way?
Yeah,
hey,
pretty thoroughly.
I want to talk to one of the guards then.
It looks like some snot-nosed kid. He's like, yeah, what's up?
We want to get to the wizard lady who runs this town.
What? You mean the Merry Magician? Yeah, she's pretty cool. I saw her once.
Yeah, where is she at? What's she doing?
He points up to the giant gate behind him, and you see from a much more helpful plaque located next to his head that somebody besides Joey has to read, but this is a giant building that doubles as the town's administrative center, guardhouse, arena, that kind of thing.
That doesn't point me to the Merry Magician.
She lives up there somewhere, but man, like I said, I only saw her once. It's like, you guys just got here, right? I don't know if you guys are going to be able to get an audience with her. She's pretty busy, you know?
I don't know, we're pretty great, though.
Oh.
Yeah, I mean, we defeated a bunch of beetles and also Kevin John.
Kevin John, who? Beetles?
He's a paladin! He said he was from around these
beetles are pretty small.
No, it was a giant one. Didn't you see our one that we dragged in from town that's terrorizing that building?
Gary to come with us. I think he's napping. He's over there, though. He
squints across town, but can't really see Gary past the crowds of people in the stalls in the market square. So he's just like, yeah, whatever.
Anyway, she's behind this giant boulder, then?
Well, no, that's the pass north through the mighty mountains, you know.
Well, just point me to this lady. Stop. Everybody just says, "Oh, you'll probably never get a."
He points back and upwards at the building like he did before.
Oh, okay. Well, I guess I'll go that way then.
Okay. There is a door, but there are two much more intimidating-looking guards standing in front of it, and they're like, "Halt!"
Oh, what?
Halt!
We want to go. No.
No, they're just. What's your business?
We want to see the Merry Magician. Everybody
does. She's very busy.
But we got this big hat thing.
We have a big hat.
He looks at the crown. He's like, is that paint?
No, it's gold.
Look.
It's pretty bad gold, man.
Paolo leans forward and pokes him in the chest. I am the king of beetles. We've got business.
Okay, I can put your name down as King of Beetles and Company. But, I mean, the waiting list to see the Merry Magician is going to be a while, you know?
Look, we need to get to the top of that list.
Well, there is one way, he says.
What way is that?
Well, you know how... You've been in town a little bit, right? You know how the Merry Magician was the person who, real big on holidays and all that kind of stuff?
Apparently she made the Pumpkin Festival last for a year or something.
No. Okay, Okay, so he's done talking to Joey. He's going to turn to Palla instead, who seems like next in line to be reasonable.
I think this is a mistake.
I'd like to go back to the pawn shop and buy Joey like a watch or like some kind of clock.
She's probably going to upsell it.
Rockmeats is taking control of the situation, and he pushes just the entire line of people he's next to one space to the left, and now he's reaching behind, and he's pushing Prauzia one space up.
All right, this is a good plan. Finally, you guys came up with a good plan.
Please stop pushing me.
He looks a little perturbed, but he's going to talk to Prauzia instead. He says, anyway, she's a pretty big fan of anybody who like volunteers to help her with her festivals and stuff, you know. So I think if you helped her out, she'd probably be a lot more willing to talk to you guys, you know.
What sort of thing could we do to help, or who could we talk to who might give us an idea of what we could do to help?
He like turns to his buddy, who's also a big burly guard, and she's like, they could sign up for the arena, you know, she's pretty big on that. And he's like, oh yeah, the arena.
Rockmeats is in the front.
Fighting?
Oh, it's kind of like fighting. It's like, it's not much of a blood sport, you know. It's a little bit.
Bloodsport.
Bloodsport.
It's
please.
size.
Please. I appreciate you trying to help, but please let me
Rockmeats,
talk.
did you hear the Bloodsport?
I'm excited.
I said it's
love
not
playing
like a
blood
blood
sports.
sport.
Is it not like a blood sport?
It is not like a blood sport.
But it is a blood sport?
It is not blood sport, is the point I'm trying to make here.
Oh, okay. Prauzia can talk to him then.
Maybe you all be a little
You're
more
making this a
suited
little difficult.
manual.
I understand that's a part of your personality, but please try and be amicable to my needs.
So, wait, you're telling us to not fight?
The burly lady guard looks at Prauzia sympathetically, like she has to deal with some real fucks, too. Guard force. She, cranes her head over at the shitty teenager who's picking his nose and wiping it on the wall behind him.
No.
Then she
When is the
pants over
arena
to Joey
fights,
doing the
and
same.
where do we go to sign up for them?
Arena fights are usually on Sunday evening, so that would be tomorrow evening. Like I said, they're not blood sports, so don't worry about getting hurt or anything like that. You just have to put on a good show. Let's see. I think you can probably sign up inside. Here, I'll take you up if you want.
Yeah.
Is there any sort of prizes involved, or is it all just for fun?
I think there's some kind of grand prize for the... I'm not sure. You'll have to talk to the supervisor.
Is there an entry fee?
I
Because we're all
understand.
broke.
Nah, no entry fee.
Oh, good.
At least not for this entry-level stuff. I suppose later on in the year, in the summer, they have more elaborate stuff, but this is just like, you know, end of a long work week for everybody in town, you know.
Yeah. Alright. Sounds good.
I see. From now until whenever that happens, I'm going to be constantly reminding people that we're not supposed to be killing anyone in the fight, because I know that'll happen.
Yeah, that's a good policy.
Wait.
Did you hear him say there's a blood sport?
Go
all I
ahead.
know
There's
is that
no
there's
blood
some sort
sport.
of blood sport.
You can go ahead and go up
It's
into
not
the...
a blood sport. It's a friendly competition. Remember, don't hurt
Friendly
anyone when we
blood
get there.
sports.
Don't,
Yeah,
not a
I love
blood
friendly
sport.
blood sports.
to the office.
There's
of-
no blood. If you shed blood, you're doing something wrong. Also, if your blood is shed, something has gone wrong on the other end. So don't
If
shed
I
any
shed
blood.
blood, something very strange has happened.
Listen, Prauzia, I know you're scared, but I promise I will not be killed in this blood sport.
I don't think you quite understand my concern, but thank you for trying to address it.
All I
I'm just
know,
going to use this pog.
I
I
can't
need
wait.
to add more pogs. to
I
this.
can't wait to cut somebody in half with this axe. So far, it's only been beetles.
But it's still pretty good cutting beetles in half.
Hey.
Beetles
like
and
this-
golems.
There's a guy in a moderately fancy suit, and you're all crowding around him.
I'm
Well,
sorry. I'm away.
We all
Kid-
stand uncomfortably close.
Oh my gosh.
Kid
Kit
stands
is
like,
wait, wait.
entirely-
He like picks up Kit under her arms. He's like, "Can I help you, folks?"
Hi, we are here to sign up for what may or may not be a blood sport, or it's
not blood sport.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah, we get types like you a lot. It's definitely not a blood sport. If you're just a bunch of weirdos looking for kicks, killing people.
no,
go
we're
somewhere else.
adventurers.
Yeah, that's what I
Alex
said.
starts her
Sorry,
collar
I'm like,
nervously.
I promise not to kill somebody unless they kill somebody.
All right, that's good enough for me. He just like puts a list on the table. It's like, yeah, looks like we got an open slot. We could use a party of adventurers taking on the skeletons.
Wait,
Oh, skeletons
He
don't
said-
even have any blood. How are
He
we
says,
supposed to get
he
them?
says chuckling. He says skeletons while chuckling, like, oh, skeletons, like it's a big joke.
Could you tell us about the nature of the competition?
Yeah, it's just like a play fight. It's like seeing a play or a theater. We don't have a theater in town yet, though. I suppose the Merry Magician has been talking about upgrading the gate arena into one. But for now, we just kind of put on like fun little scenarios. Sometimes we have actors. Sometimes we have real adventures, like you guys, I guess.
I see.
Not often, because that usually ends in Bloodsport.
Bloodsport.
Be
But
sure that you
these skeletons
confiscate all
don't
of our
even have any
weapons.
blood. How are we supposed to get the blood out?
Be sure that you confiscate all of our weapons before we start playing, okay?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Sir,
Paolo looks
Sir.
lost
So-
in thought.
sir.
But
is there
how
some kind of
evil?
scenario we'll be playing out, or is it just, do whatever seems right?
Do whatever seems right, but do your best to put on a show. Like, we've had a few adventurers. To be honest, we usually make you guys the opening acts because you guys are great at real fighting, but not so much fake fighting. Building up to a climax, not just taking everybody out too early, and also not beating your fellow actors with sticks, that kind of thing. He looks
I
at Joey
understand.
pointedly.
I don't understand how I'm supposed to get the blood out of the skeleton.
You might want to cover most of my party's hands and feet with cloth before we start this, just to be certain.
I've got a battle tooth.
We got a costume department. We'll take care of that. You all want to sign up?
I want to sign up.
Heck yes.
All right. This is.
Costumes.
You understand this is voluntary, right? We don't really have the cash to pay.
That's fine. We're being paid in an audience with the magician lady.
What?
Somebody said if we do this, we get an audience with the magician lady.
I mean, she might like you a little bit more, but probably not enough to do that.
It is one step in our
I guess if you guys,
glorious path.
I guess if y'all do real well, she might consider it. Well, whatever. You're not hurting anybody if that's your goal.
I mean, our goal is to hurt somebody. This is Bloodsport, right?
He keeps trying to give you guys the list of names and then pulling it back whenever Joey says something like that.
It's not Bloodsport.
Okay, wait, I got it. It's only, pretend Bloodsport.
Yes, I'm
Yes.
surprised you know the word pretend, says the Dragonborn behind the counter.
I know pretending.
Yes. Define pretending for me, please, sir.
It's when something's not real when you make it like it is.
Okay, nice work. He finally gives you guys the list and a pen to sign with. It just says sign here, initial here. Everybody signs.
I'll sign for Joey.
Paolo
Okay.
draws a big leaf.
Joey can no longer talk. His mouth has been smothered by a hat.
Rockmeats is smart enough to ask Prauzia to sign for him too.
So he doesn't just write 16.
No, it's 6 and 14. Get it right.
Look, it's been a while. I assume he's made the progress of combining the two.
No.
That's 100.
No.
He assumes that he's invented a new number by combining 6 and 14, and refuses to believe that it's an already extant number.
4-6.
Yeah. Alright, that's more like it. Alright, you guys are all signed up. Yeah, just report back here tomorrow night, and we'll set you guys up in the arena. Set you up with the costume department first, I guess, he says, looking at your sweat-stained beetle
Our
juice.
amazing glistening armor of justice, you mean?
It's certainly glistening.
My
pristine.
my glorious half shirt vest thing.
Well,
I've got a loincloth, even though I technically don't have a reason to wear one.
we'll see you all tomorrow night.
Okay.
Are we going back to the inn to rest then? What time is it now?
It's
Let
like
in, let us back in.
2 in the afternoon. He'll probably let you back in, maybe.
Well, we have to go to the costume department and get dressed for battle.
That's tomorrow.
Oh.
We do that
I'm just
tomorrow.
excited about costumes.
We can dress you up in a costume right now if you want, but it won't be for battle.
It would.
Well,
We
it
can
could
see
be
if they
for
have a costume
battle.
shop.
It
Oh.
will probably help towards us getting an audience if we try to repair our shattered reputation with the townsfolk.
Wait, I don't have any money for a costume, but there's a bunch of free pumpkins in the town square, I remember.
That's not.
You're not
those
dressing up
pumpkins
like a
aren't
pumpkin.
free.
We
Don't
could make-
steal any more pumpkins, please.
But we can make armor out of these pumpkins. Look at the
Do
shell.
not
They're
wear
so hard.
pumpkins.
You can wear a
I
pumpkin.
desperately try and
Nope.
restrain Palla and Kit.
Nah, you guys, pumpkin's not
I guess
good.
that's some kind of opposed check.
Oh, right. Let's have opposed strength checks.
Yeah, this will go well.
Opposed strength check from Prausya and Palla.
Alright, Palla drags Prausya along. Palla, what are you planning to do with these pumpkins exactly?
I'm gonna make a helmet out of it.
Oh, dang. Look at,
I
look at
dragged
Kit.
Panzer back.
Okay, Kit.
Please. Joey, help me. We have to stop her from...
Kit successfully drags Palla back.
Kit
People
was like,
look over and we're just dragging each other in different directions.
Alright, the farmers look at you kind of dragging each other around, but they're at least not angry at you. Though they recognize Joey as the one who ate the pumpkin and then dropped it on the ground.
I
While
waved.
Palla is being dragged around, she like waves at the farmers. Ho, fair farmers! Do your pumpkins make good armor? They appear to.
No, they're pumpkins!
These pumpkins are too strong for you, traveler.
What are you talking about?
Oh.
The pumpkins.
But
Palla.
they're so shiny.
The farmer
You
who's yelling at you has noticeably worse pumpkins than everybody else, though.
Oh.
Hey,
He
how
seems grumpy about it.
are your pumpkins
Hey.
free?
No!
Oh.
If
they
somebody,
suck.
if you don't
Shut
want
up,
somebody,
you suck.
you don't want somebody, you don't want. If
Speak
your-
up, kid.
if your armor is edible and something bites your armor, then
Uh-huh.
is it armor at all?
Kit, how are you
It's-
rolling
it's-
so many 19s?
Are y'all buying or anything, or...
We don't
Get
have
out
any
of here.
money.
Okay,
I'll buy
bye.
a pumpkin.
Wait, we'll do.
We have no money, but we have thirst for justice.
We can barter
I
for
try to
pumpkins.
buy a pumpkin to like a, sort of soothe the situation.
Alright. You want to buy a pumpkin from the terrible pumpkin farmer?
I'll just buy the one which just
It's
defended the most.
definitely a lot browner than pumpkins are meant to be.
It's important that we just listen to the pumpkin.
It's kind of misshapen.
Hey, dude.
It's a
Just-
Hey,
coconut.
bad pumpkin farmer.
What? What did you call me?
I said, hey, pumpkin farmer.
What do you want?
How did you grow such a crappy pumpkin?